The LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a place where everybody knows that, okay, it's a social network, but you don't just go there like Facebook, you post pictures or something. You go there for business. You go there to see what is actually going on. You want to probably get opportunities. And the approach I use, if it may be applicable to you too, if you're in a field and you want to be a global person, you go to LinkedIn, go through the job descriptions. Most time we say, hey, there are no jobs. I do laugh inside though, because outside you say there are no jobs. Nigeria is bad. Everything. I don't see a Christian joining them, discussing being that kind of discussion. The problem is not that there are no jobs. The problem is that there are no qualified people to take up the jobs. And it is very simple. You are into accountancy, you are into agric, you are into this and that. Go to LinkedIn. You just need Holy Spirit to direct you. In fact, you can get the information from anywhere. Go to LinkedIn, check the job descriptions. Okay, these are the things these people are asking for. And you find out that it's almost the same thing in all of the role. The roles have the same job description. Okay, if you want to be a software, you want to work as a front-end or back-end developer, okay, these are the things you should know. You must know how to use JavaScript. You must know how to use Python. They will even state it line by line. Some of them will be highly specific. They will tell you, you should know how to use this tool. So at the end of the day, I had to say, okay, these are the things they actually need. There is we've been praying, but there is no emotion about it. I have to just go and learn all those things. So at the end of the day, 2023 was when the whole thing now, the perspective changed. So then, 2021, I had twins, and the salaries that we were collecting, and they were to start school around 2023, and the salary we were collecting at that time, I think my mother-in-law, sorry, I'll round up now. My mother-in-law, we had two mother-in-laws taking care of, because the pressure will be so much on my wife. At the end of the day, I already told them that by the time they are leaving, I will give them something. Is it out of 180,000? And I have to give my children quality education. I was now praying to God, what is going on? How do I just overcome this? Of course, I'm not saying I've arrived, but I'm just saying that if I can achieve it, some of us can also try to apply it. So I started studying those things on LinkedIn that are actually expected. You understand? And the first time I was called upon, I registered on a third party. So sometimes also you need referee. If you go to LinkedIn, most people, they go to LinkedIn, you think somebody will call you. They may not call you for years. In fact, you can even use a premium, you pay for premium, but nothing will happen. And it is not far-fetched. If I know that my brother here is a top journalist, president asked me, please, there's a vacancy for top journalist. And I said, this person can do it. Do you know that he's not going to go through all the process? He's only going to probably do one. Okay, they say you are doing, but let me just, for the benefit of doubt, let me ask you some few questions. So, and that's the way it is in the career world. So that is why, and I said, okay, since I understood that, and I said, okay, there are platforms that stand as third party. So what they do is that they will test you. They are not going to give you a job. They will test you and say, okay, this is what you are capable of doing.
All right,
and
thank you very
sorry.
much, sir. Can we just celebrate him? Thank you so much for that. Okay, I'll come back to you because while you were talking, you said something about, you can have it, sir. Okay. You said something about skills and value. And I would like you to quickly brush through some of the skills that are required for people who want to maximize global opportunities, but I'll come back to that. Let me face our uncle at the right side here. Okay, I would like you to talk about global networks and partnership. How can we be able to cultivate global networks and partnership, and then for long-term opportunity?
Thank you very much. And I think that's a very good question. And it's a question that actually continues from where Clinton stopped. Yeah, networking, I believe, is a skill. And I think we were having that conversation before the program starts here with Bro Wale, it's very, very important. And in fact, it's one of the key skills that we are lacking, myself included. In sales, they used to say something: out of sight is out of mind. There are people in our network that we know. They are actually high-valued individual. That can connect us in so many places. Some of the high-valued positions or opportunities are actually not gotten through application. Most of the time, people that need people that can put you in a very important position that can actually elevate us quickly, they are referrals. If I have a project and I need somebody so competent, I will look around within my network. Who can I call that can know somebody that can recommend somebody that can do this job? I will just call, hey, Bush, Alpha, I need somebody. Do you know somebody that can do so? In our organization, we've been having issues with our current so. But we need somebody, and I know that's your area. Can you recommend? Now, if that person comes highly recommended, when that person comes into our organization, believe me, that person will not go through the same process that you see other applicants go through. Other applicants may just be there to just tick the boxes that, okay, we threw it out for everybody to apply, but we already know who is here highly recommended. Now, we must have heard about these people they call PayPal Mafia. It's network. I think each member of that team, they are big billionaires now. I think Elon Musk was part of them. This guy that owns LinkedIn, I forgot his name, is also part of them. Quite a number of them. Now, they are people that recognizes the skills of people that surrounds them. And you don't need to go too much. People around us, even people within this, our alumni. But because we've not been closely knitted enough, we may not know that so person who is a member of our alumni is actually is into this, has this connection. So how will that person even remember you? How will the person know that I have a brother that is actually good in this? We don't know what each and every one of us is good at, which is an area where I think we need to start from. We need to understand our network. Who are the people that are connected to us? We were having that conversation earlier, and it just occurred to me that there are actually opportunities that we don't know has passed over us. We wouldn't know that opportunity could have been ours or has existed, and it just passed over us. And I was talking to a friend, a lady, that just got engaged to a high net worth individual recently, and she just threw by recommendation or something like that. So the guy has been single for a while, he's a career guy, but he wanted to settle down, and he was talking to somebody, and that person he was talking to raised it up with their pastor that this social person wants to settle down. I don't know, do you have any sister in mind that we can recommend? And I've been thinking about sister so. And the sister said, no, I don't think that sister so can suit that brother. I know the man, I know the brother very well. What about sister so? It was the pastor that now mentioned. And that sister, the other lady that suggested another sister, knows the other sister that the pastor was talking about. Say, it's true, that sister is true. I know her very well. That would be a perfect. As in, they were trying to make some. But funny enough, they both agreed that it's the other sister that could actually, in their own belief, knowing that sister and knowing the other guy, and they just connected them to each other, and it was like magic, and they started talking, and the whole thing just. Now they are planning to get married. They are already planning getting married.
you, sir.
Now, okay, so let me just finish the
Yes,
story. Yeah.
okay.
So now the guy has been single for a while. The sister is 36 years. She has also been single, and that was how it happened. Now, if the one of them is not there that knows the other sister, you know, it will have just happened. The other sister wouldn't know that somebody somewhere could have, you know, gotten engaged. I'm just trying to, that story just comes to my mind that there are actually a whole lot of opportunities that we have missed, that we may never know that we have missed it, just because we are not reaching out enough. And I think that also applies to me. And this is part of, it's not about also speaking, it's about also seeing yourself in some of these important discussion. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, Sister Shikade, I want to pose this question to you because I know you do something around business, and I would like to, because we've been saying a whole lot around some tech related skills and some other professions. I would like to ask, how can local businesses position themselves for global opportunities? You know, not someone
You are
that is
muted. I can't hear you again. You
okay.
are muted.
Okay, I said, how can local businesses position themselves for global
Okay,
opportunities?
I lost you for a few seconds, so I couldn't pick everything you said.
Okay, let me
You are
come again.
muted.
All right.
I can't hear you anymore.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is that, can you hear me, ma? Okay, okay. All right, so I said, how can local businesses position themselves for global opportunities? Considering that you are a business person, and then how can we take the advantage of your global collaborations and then bring it into your business and then drive your business from the local environment to the global space?
Thank you very much. Please confirm you can hear me. Oh, there's
Yes,
an echo.
yes. We can hear you, ma.
There's an echo. Okay. All right. So can I go ahead?
Yes, ma, you can. Yes, you can, ma. You can go ahead.
Can I get a response? Can I go ahead?
Yes, you can go ahead, ma.
Yes, go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay. So going from, so you are thinking you want me to respond from the business angle.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
that's fine. So by God's grace, I'm the, is it CEO they call it? I'm not good with protocol. I founded Medley Superstores, and that was in 2021. It was something that, so let me start from how it started to where we are currently. So in 2020, when I came back from the US, so right there in the US, when I go to stores, I have inspirations. I see things. I'm like, I'd like to bring this back to Nigeria and to sell, because I just love the things when I go to the stores. So in 2020, when I came back, fast forward to 2021, I spoke to some of my friends in the US. So they started buying and selling and sending them back to me. So that was how it started. And I would say I owe it all to my mentor, who just passed on like 2 weeks ago. May he so continue to rest in perfect peace. He was also based in the US, and it was pretty easy for me because he showed me the way, in the sense that he taught me how to do all this business. He taught me how to go to cheap stores, because there are cheap stores in the US where you can get your designer at a cheaper price. I'm just trying to tell this, it's doable and it can happen. Just like Faith said, you just need to look around you. What you need is just beside you, but you don't have to keep it to yourself. So, but you have to find good people to share it with as well. So let's strike that balance. So that was how we started, and we started growing. I started bringing things down to Nigeria to sell. And me, naturally, I like talking to people. I'll just tell them, I started selling, and I don't have a store. I don't have a physical store, I'm telling you. And I run it from the corner of my house. though I sell online. It's an online store. And one thing I did ab initio when I started was I fashioned out the model of my business that I'm going to run an online store, completely online. So I had it in mind even at the point of starting. And even from the name was, I was so intentional with the name because I was thinking of, for me, I hate routine. I hate doing one thing repeatedly. Monotony it kills me. So I now thought of, okay, what can I do? What name can I use that talked about variety? So I went online. I Google synonyms of variety. So medley came up. I said, oh, medley sounds good. And that was how we got the name. So we started moving, started selling. And how did we get to this point? It's about collaboration. It's about having good people in your space. Then the place of mentorship is very key. Even whether in your career or in business, you need to have a good mentor. Yeah. So that really, really helped. And how did we get to us shipping outside the country? Just like I said, I have friends. I talk to them. Can I do this with you? They are believers. They are people. They are trusted people. And that was how we did it. In fact, I'm running it like a sole ownership. So I'm not partnering with anybody, but based on past relation. And that's one thing I value. I value relationship, and it's been working. And it's something that I would like to sell to people. That please value your relationship. You will never know when you will need the person, because maybe it's that one person that you will need that you take you to your next level. So I value relationship so much that is what is even helping my businesses right now. And going to we shipping abroad and all of that, I spoke to my friends. Oh, can I do this? Can I do that? In fact, currently, that's why I couldn't come. I'm in Abuja right now, and coming to Abuja, I came with some of my stuff, and let me say that I'm almost going back with an empty bag. And not only that, being in this training that I'm doing, I've seen so many opportunities. Just last night, they drove me down to the villa. I didn't enter where Tinubu is, so, but I got to the gate of where Tinubu. I'm just trying to tell you what collaboration can do. You don't box yourself. There are quite a number of opportunities, and don't let anybody tell you that it's until when you jackpot that you will make it. I will not support anybody to do that. Yes, jackpot is good. You can jackpot, you can do all of that. But let me tell you that this Nigeria, there is money in Nigeria. Yes.
Okay.
You only need to know what works for you. And with God helping you, I'm sure you will make it. I want to turn it over to the host. I don't know whether I've exhausted my time,
Yes,
or whether I should keep talking.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I would have loved to ask one more question, but let me leave it to the audience. Or maybe I have to ask a question for the. Are there people who have questions? Okay, I can see Bagbe Manager, Bro David, who else? Okay, Daddy. Okay, let's start with Sister Agbe Manager. Okay, please, media, you can help us.
Thank you, sir. My question is just like a subset to the question you asked Sister Shike.
Okay.
And this question is directly to her. So she made an example of our own sales, for instance, selling trading. But I want to kind of sexualize what she has said to education. For instance, I'm into education. I run a school. Now, how can I make it a kind of a global market from a local place?
Okay, Sister Shike, can you get that, ma?
Please, we have to disconnect audio from one of. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, I don't know whether you can hear me. Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, so to the manager, right?
Yes.
So let me tell you that you run a school. You can make it global by offering lessons to people abroad. And I don't know what right now I can tell you for free in Canada, they are looking for, it's not about, don't go far. I know people that their lesson teachers are from Nigeria. Yes, they are from Nigeria, and I can connect you to maybe one or two. Do you get? So from here in Nigeria, you'll be teaching them and you'll be charging them in dollars, because whatever you do is even cheaper for them because they cannot get it like that abroad. So even right from then, there's another thing that you can do. You know this tutorial. I don't know whether you know about tutorial. This online coaching. Do you know about it?
Yes, she said she
So
did.
it's something that you might want to tap into as well. Even from wherever you are, you reach people globally. And another space where people are really pumping money right now for people abroad is if you know how to teach them their local languages. I know you speak Yoruba. If you know how to teach them Yoruba, I'm sure you will make your money. Because now people have seen the importance of not losing their heritage and where they are coming from. So they are paying heavily. Imagine in Canada, I saw a video one day where it's Chinese that are teaching them how to speak Yoruba. That's an embarrassment. Do you get? How will a Chinese be teaching my child how to speak Yoruba? Do you understand? So these are things that, and I can share my contact. We can move this conversation from here upwards and connect it to one or two people. And there you go.
All right, thank you,
The sky
ma.
is the starting point.
All right, thank you very much, ma. Okay, I think we should go to the next question. That should be Bro David.
Thank you very much. I want to ask my question in this way. When you're trying to collaborate with people, how do you handle the fear of people stealing your idea?
Okay.
So I would want to direct my question to two persons, most likely Retire and Stashike. How do you handle that? Because if I want to collaborate a business with someone now, I'm afraid of you stealing my idea and losing that integrity of the baby child I'm trying to bet. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I'll try to be brief. So there is something funny about idea. We used to have a venture capitalist. So I partnered with someone around 2015, and we had this idea of building a platform. We actually built a platform for JAMB candidates to prepare. Yeah, I saw it that time. For JAMB candidates to prepare for, I can't remember. For JAMB candidates to prepare ahead, a mock. So I won't say the stories of how we got the venture capitalists and all those things. So, but there's something the man always says, and I don't know if it is applicable here. He said, and he actually stammers, so I don't know if I should say the way he said it. He said, low, sopo la idea. Idea ma jealousy. You understand? Okay, so from what perspective? You discover that everybody has an idea. Yeah, that might be kind of unique, but you find out that if you mistakenly post it, somebody will post another thing that even supersedes the idea that you have. So how do you avoid people stealing your idea? Number one, have you actually put it together? You understand? Have you actually worked on product? If it's a product, if it's a product, have you actually worked on the product requirements? Is it fully baked in terms of the blueprint? Because if you tell me that you have an idea that, okay, from my car park, it just take me to the bedroom. You understand? Everybody can have that idea. So for you to be fearful of who will steal your idea, you need to also ensure that before you even discuss with people, you need to already work on the product. I'm talking from perspective of software development. Product requirements. You do due diligence in how this idea is going to work. One more thing, sorry to take our time. There was a time we had an idea. I had an idea, and I shared it with my partner. And we're like, okay, that's the way we want to do it. Just criticize it. So I said, with this idea, we'll be selling for 10 naira. At that same spot, my partner was just smiling. I have already mentioned, this is the way we package it. This is the way. He just showed me a website. They are selling that thing for 8 naira. You understand? selling for 10 naira, the cost price of wahala, everything will be 9 naira. Oh. Now, somebody is selling it for 8 naira. So that means the idea is dead on arrival. You understand? So most of the time, we excite ourselves that this idea is, it will move a long way. But, you have to also be sure that you have done your competitors analysis. When you have an idea, somebody must have started working on it. You understand? You probably need to study that, those have started it, and now look at, okay, how can I make my own difference? Is it through the cost? Is it through the customer service? Is it through so many other areas that will make yours better? So I think it's from that perspective I'm attacking it. Then if you are sharing your idea, you have to share it with someone that you know that will not steal it. I think that's the only way. That's the only way. If you share your idea with someone that is smarter than you, or that you share it with a Christian. That is why we have gathering like this. You understand? You can't. I'm sure you can't share idea with Wale, and tomorrow you will have had manufacturing company. You understand? So some will even tell you that, okay, this is the amount I'm going to put down and the rest. And finally, sorry, I talk too much. Finally, when you have your idea, if your idea is still in the thinking stage, it doesn't worth anything. Yeah. Now you have an idea that, okay, you want to start making leather shoes. How many leather shoes have you made? Have you made 2 or 3? So probably if you have made 10, then the next idea that will come in is like, okay, I want to expand it. That's when you now need a venture capitalist that will put money into it and say, okay, on this idea, okay, let's start talking about 50-50. But if you share your idea with someone, the person will tell you 90-10. The idea that has not even started at all. In fact, they will not even agree with you from practical. They will say, okay, go and still work on it. So please, you have to work on it. Take it to a level that will be now difficult for whoever you are sharing it to ignore you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay, I think she also posed that to Sister Shike, but I think time is not on our side. Okay, because of our time, so let's just move to, okay, sir, Daddy to ask.
Thank you. I want to appreciate God.
She's saying something, please, media. We can't hear her.
Can't hear her.
Do you want me to go ahead? Because, okay, I should go ahead. All right, thank you.
No, ma, we've moved to the
Okay,
next
we are
question.
finished.
Probably we'll pass
Okay,
another.
please go ahead. Okay.
All right, sir.
I should go on.
Yes.
Thank you. Jesus Christ met Peter as a fisherman. And you remember he said, henceforth, I'm going to make you a fisher of men. Like in different fields that we find ourselves, how can we use that medium to make soul for the kingdom? We can teach people how to make money. But using that project we are doing or whatsoever career in bringing more soul for the kingdom. How have you been doing it in your area?
All right. Okay, I would like you to pass it to Bro Faith.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, so, Bro Clinton made a Bible reference that we are the light of the world. I think basically it's about how we have been able to develop our work ethics. In this world presently, it's not about what you say to people. It's about how people see you act. You can be saying something else and you'll be acting in a different way. And the way we act actually has real impact in people that see you. You may think people don't see you, but believe me, consciously or unconsciously, people note what you do, how you react, how you handle issues, how you do your daily work, your duty at work, your work ethics, opportunities that are brought to you that you reject because of ethical reasons. It is noted. Say, well, yeah, we didn't actually look at it that way, but thanks, Faith. Yeah, thank you. is noted quietly. So it has the best way we can make people or make fishers of men through our work or through what we do is about our work ethics, our integrity. In fact, it also helps us career-wise. When somebody wants to share an important idea, they will look around them, and because of fear of somebody stealing ideas, before you now share your idea, like Clinton said, you now look around, does this person have that integrity? And integrity is everything. It is on that basis that you build your brand, your personal brand, your business brand. That's why people trust you. That's why VCs can say, okay, let's invest in this guy. Your character, basically. So that's what changes people. When people are able to see what you have been able to achieve, and they know that the reason why this caliber of people trust this guy is because of his integrity. And you have become a role model. People want to, model their career after you. You are essentially becoming a low-key mentor, kind of. It is your action, the way you carry yourself, how honest you are, and that's how you bring people to Christ. Then when you now introduce people to Christ, when you say it, people will now be willing to hear what you are saying. They will say, okay, yeah, this guy must have, this is what is responsible for how he's able to achieve what he has been able to achieve. I don't know if that answers the question.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Okay, so please help me give mic to Bro Kenny for his question.
Thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate your patience and the value you have been dishing out to us since morning. I have 3 questions to ask. Now, we know that basically people go into business to make money. After money is money. So now, my first question now is, as a Christian, how do we collaborate with unbelievers with our own church mind in such a way that we don't get swindled or get to lower our standard in the course of doing that? Now, the second question is, now, in the course of you navigating your career from the local to the global, have you at any time suffered a major setback, maybe a personal challenge, a failure, or one way or the other? And if yes, how are you able to jump back on your feet? Now, the third question is, now, generally, we know that there are 2 types of story: the said story and the unsaid story. Now, there's always an unsaid story behind every success story. So, most people don't get to share that part of it. Now, recently, in the book that this guy wrote, Otedola, Making It Big. So, it was in the memoir that we saw that he actually had some advantages. Why it was so? Now, Bro Keating was saying that as at 2020, I think he said as at 2020 that I was collecting 180,000 naira as a salary. And I knew that you were probably working in Yaba that time, sir. So, which makes you a public servant, right, sir? So, also, and I believe that that's actually a leverage. That was leverage for you. So, so my question is that, was there any factor, underground factor that played played out, maybe be family leverage, maybe in-laws, or certain things that played out underground that helped you in the course of your career and collaboration? That's my question. Thank you.
All right.
It's already tilting towards the next symposium already. So would hold it. Don't let us box our facilitators. They have done their own corner in justice to their own area, talking about collaboration. But we have seen the trend of the question, and we know that there are business moguls here. That will you talked about starting, challenges, and also the opportunities, which I'm sure that our next facilitators are quite and ready to answer those questions. So, but before we do that, please can we, with a standing ovation, standing ovation, let's celebrate all our speakers, both online and on site. Thank you very much. And our host also, thank you very much. It was indeed an amazing one. Thank you very much. Mr. Shike, thank you. Thank you for creating time. God bless you. We can have our seat. Quite interesting. Well, for me, I came with a prepared mind, and I can tell you that I've picked my notes. I've picked my notes. Just to help us to know. For me, I think what I've picked from all they have said is two things, perhaps, more than two things, they are three. They talked about skill and value, very important. I don't know if you noticed that. You need skill and value to collaborate. Two, part of what I picked it, the place of understanding your network. You need to look around. You need to be in the sight of people. Take for instance, if I want to buy a suit, at least I know the person that will first of all cross my mind. Yes, I can tell you. I know Bro Taya will first of all cross my mind because he's always on my face. I'm always seeing his status, any small tie, any small suit, any small shoe. He's always, and that's what is important. You don't know who is going to reach out to you to collaborate with you, just like the story that Bro Faith showed us. And I think just to buttress what Bro Taya said, your value and your skills also matter. And lastly, the mention about mentorship. I think Stashige also addressed the place of mentorship. Sometimes, perhaps, you need to collaborate or not collaborate. You need to link up with people who are in that line. They would help you climb the ladder faster. So please, once again, can we celebrate our guests? We've done justice to that. So in view of that, and we'll take cognizance of our new guest also. And first and foremost, we'd like to welcome the host, who is Bro Paul. And can we please celebrate? I think we need one more chair, if I'm not mistaken. One more chair. So, okay. So while we are doing that, I would want us to appreciate our beloved. Maybe let me introduce them in a little way I know them, so that we'll be able to maximize time. I'll start with Bro ID, and if I'm wrong, I'll be happy to correct him. Can we please celebrate him? His name is Bro ID, and he's a business mogul also. He's into Forex, and also he's dropped that, or is it his drop or airdrop, or which one? He's into Forex and land banking. I'm also aware of that. He does things on land and things like that. So he has a way of communicating some of those challenges that he has gone through. There might be more to him, but maybe when he speaks, he would enlighten us. Please, can we celebrate him once again? Also, we have the likes of Bro Dara, and he's here, Awodele, and he's here with his beautiful wife. Thank you very much. Please, can you be on your feet and let's have him. He's a big business mogul. I can tell you, he's been to China severally. That's something you should know. And maybe he needs to expose us to how he's able to link up with those things. You know, some of us, when they say you can do business with China, I don't know anything. Maybe it's just matches I need to sell to change the story of my life. I don't know. I don't know. So that experience, we believe that you'll be able to speak through or speak to us. And I want us to ask questions. You don't have to, they might not be able to speak on everything, but you just try to take something home for yourself. Thank you, Brother Dara, for coming. God bless you. I know he's into big importation and things like that. Next, I would want to bring up Bro Toye, my GNS tutor. He's a big business mogul also. As okay, he's into I'm wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong. Human capacity development, mind shifting, and also he's into online learning. He trains people, teaches people online, things like that. And I know that I recall like discussing with him. I think he was one of the people that started doing. He mentioned something about online excursion. Just picture it together. You are doing excursion online. The one we know about is when you are doing excursion, we will take you to Olumo Rock. We will take you to so place. But I want some of them to share some of how they have been able to train people online, make money online, how they have started, the challenges they have been through in a nutshell. We know they are boxed up with knowledge. But key points, let them throw it open to us. In lieu of that, I think, okay, exchanging pleasantries, that's fine. We'll start, I'll hand over the mic and we'll build layers on the questions that has been asked. Talking about the starting point, the stories behind it, while I leave that to Bro Paul to handle the session.
Thank you very much, sir. I sincerely appreciate the opportunity to be here. Once again, my name is Paul Olani, and I'll be hosting this wonderful session. I believe we are all ready to learn. If you know you want to make money, in fact, if you know you love to make money, can we just signify? Me, I like money. You don't hide it. If you know you like money, me, I like money. Like Bro Kenny said, after money is what? Money. Money is good. It will help us push a lot of things. So, and one of the things this session is going to help you is to understand how to make money rightly and expose you, give you the exposure you need to thrive in your business. All right. I have a load of questions.
I'm sorry. My sincere apologies. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, sir. It's not intentional. I can tell you that. That was why I requested that the chair should be more. But, sorry. So, I think when the chairs were filled up, I had to stop. And to do me good pleasure to invite a beloved brother. I know about his own story too. At least, I recall when he started selling suits from campus. Brother sometimes will not look at you. He will not measure you. He will just tell you, sir, he's 42. And he is accurate. That 42 is 42. And sometimes, if I get you this 43, the hand will be too long, or the hand will be too short. And over time, I've seen him do business in great places. And it's not, I know he's also into agriculture. He's also into land also. And I'm sure that he has wealth of knowledge. I know he's into printing press. He has done business in printing press and things like that. Please do justice to help us welcome Bro Tayo Aweyale. Thank you very much. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I would love us to meet with our guests, and I want you to introduce yourself, your business, and then just talk a little bit on the subject matter for today, which is business and impact, starting, challenges, and the opportunities. Just expose us to some of the ways you started your business, the challenges you have faced in your journey, and some of the opportunities you have enjoyed, just briefly. So I will start from my left.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Daramola Odili. I've been a businessman ever since I was very young. So I can tell you that with me now, business should be around 20 years plus. Yes. I've been trading ever since I was 15. So if I'm 35, you can relate. I don't know if you are getting me. And I've learned a lot about business. If you are not consistent with business, it's not something you can do. But I would like to tell you that one of the things I've observed about business, one of the regrets that I have till today is to be skilled. To be what? To be skilled. When you are skilled, I think that's your capital. Yes. Yes. When you meet a skilled person, you get to know that that's the biggest capital life can ever give to you. Are you getting me? I envy skilled people. I don't know if you are getting me. No matter how much exposure you have, one thing that you always need in your life, no matter how greedy or tough you are with finance, you need skilled workers. I don't know if you are getting me. You want to build your house? No matter how irrelevant that person is, how uneducated they are, you need them. Bricklayers, carpenters, welders. Are you getting me? These are the people living the life we should be living. Because our belief is that after going to school, we should have a beautiful life. But have you examined their life? Check the life of these skilled workers. Anyway, let me start by introducing myself. My name is Daramola Odili. I'm a businessman. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was a bit. Let's have the next person.
Okay, yeah, so I'm Creative Agbola. I started, I think, a tutorial business after graduation, after service, and then after a while, I pivoted into virtual education. Of course, there were many challenges in the line of running a tutorial center, especially some of the challenges were the challenges of practicing and sustaining Christian values in a domain where people are looking for expo malpractices and all of that. So that was like the order of the day. So, and it did quite affect. It had some effect. I won't like it didn't have any effect at all, because while some parents and students will get to our tutor and say, we're like, no, I'm a common you, I'm a common dada. And one of the things I learned there is that among others is that, okay, if I cannot give you what the world is giving you, I must be able to harness the supernatural life to give you something. So, for instance, just an example, as part of that, I remember sometimes while our students were preparing for exam, we would gather together for prayers. We start telling them we had download questions, and people start downloading. So I'm like, okay, if I cannot give you my practice, let me give you divine expo. And interestingly, that was real. I mean, that was an experience for me. We'll gather students together, we'll pray in tongues, and you would see somebody saying question. I remember very, very clearly somebody at one point was under the anointing and was saying question 24. This is what will come out. And so that became something that I realized that, I could interface the life of God even in an education center. After a while, I pivoted from that into a virtual, which is part of what I'm running now. It's called AfriClass. Interesting is also part of what Sister Shike mentioned. And what we do is though we are launching the website in October, so we help Nigerians in the diaspora to get virtual teachers. Yeah, and I also run the human capacity development, which is called House of Disruption. Business is very demanding in the entrepreneurial life. Before, I used to think that if you're an entrepreneur, oh my God, you are just one very lucky person. You used to tell them that we have control of time. Sometimes because it's very easy to fail. if you are doing 9 to 5 job and I call you and say, sir, there's one church program, you already know that, pastor, I'm at work. But me, an entrepreneur, if you are not careful, you can be available for everything. You are not growing. It was also one of the things I learned, to also have balance and all. Yeah.
Can we appreciate our guest? All right, so it's already even pinpointing a lot of questions already. So let's just move on to the next person.
All right, Ido Joshua here, and while they gave me that invite, I first said I was coming just to relate with people. I wasn't thinking I was going to be sitting on this place to talk. But then I looked at the topics. I saw the challenging parts. And I said, yeah, I'm here for that. The challenging, of course, just like Bradara also, I've been into experiences of business since I was around 5-7. Mommy takes us to everywhere to do business, and then we already knew what it is to exchange money. So having to go to campus and everything like that, and then I came out. I wanted to join into the 9-to-5 field. It was a struggle, and that wasn't my calling at all. I tried every means and all that. But we know me. I'm a man behind charts, analysis and all that, forex markets, cryptocurrencies and all of those things. Then that clicked for me. I think that was around before I left for service. So in service, I started mentoring people and things like that. So to the point that I don't even know how my Alawi used to be. I don't know where it enters and all of that. So I started from there in service, and I started getting income from there. So from there, I divested into other businesses, which crashed all along. That is the reason I said when it comes to challenges, I can talk about that. So I tried to invest money into other businesses. They crashed. I think there was a particular time I simultaneously did 4 businesses, and they crashed simultaneously. So then I went back to back of the chart again. So I've been a millionaire. I've been a thousandaire. I've known about how everything is all about. That was why when I saw challenges, I said, for meaning, yeah, I cannot do that. Thank you very much.
Can we appreciate them once again? You know, business makes you become the man of many scars. That's that. You carry many scars with you. So let's have the next guest.
Thank you very much. Business. You know, I've been because when we talk about business, I don't know, it's wide, but I always do tell people that business is divided into 5 sections. And once you know yourself, everybody that is here could fit into one of it. As an entrepreneur, you know, some people will be talking about, okay, I want to be a CEO of a company, whereas you don't need to be in that line. Some are going to do that 5 to, let's say, 8 to 6 job, and they will be successful than an entrepreneur, like someone that has his own company. Now, the most important thing is know where you fit in, know what works for you, and flow through it. Now, when I started business, the truth and the fact is I never thought of it. I never even think of going into business because in my lineage, I've never seen anybody doing business. So it's either you are an accountant, you're a medical doctor, you are this. So, but by the time I got to 200 level, I was like, ASU strike 9 months, what am I going to do? I'm in school, I don't go home. So I believe in most of those times I'll just spend time to pray, you know, do your long hours prayer and enjoy yourself. But that very year, the prayer side was not coming. So I was in my room for 1 month and I was like, okay, what am I even doing in school? In the whole hostel, I'm the only person left. So okay, what should I do? Then business set in while I was praying in my morning devotion that day. I was like, business, okay, what about business? Then the next thing is, okay, if I'm to go into business, what do I want to do? So I sat down, go online, browse all successful business in the world. I listed over 110. So when I listed it out, I was like, okay, now what is missing in my environment? What is that thing that is needed and what is that thing that I can supply? With my academics, because I know I'm going to be a lecturer, but now you will not even see the trace of it for now. But it's coming in the next 3-4 years. That is it. So, and I was like, okay, how am I going to achieve this with everything I have ahead? And it was like, okay, start a business. So the very first thing I did was to think of what is missing in Lautech as at that moment, and I discovered that nobody is selling suit in the whole Lautech. Okay, what can I do? Then I thought of learning it. So I learned it for like 2 months. 3 months, I signed 3 months, and before you know, my boss was sick. I spent 9 months. So I started traveling every week. I traveled to Lagos, get the goods down. In fact, there was a time that when the secret will be open to me, you know, I went to the market as at that time, and I was like, I want to buy something. And the person said, let me show you where all these things land in Nigeria. I said, okay, no problem. But how far now? You know, I'm Igbo now. How far? He said, but you are going to pay me something. I said, how much? The exact money I have with me was the exact money he demanded for. And prior to my business, I discovered that I started from zero. I don't really have money to start a business because I don't have money. So I do what we call, I understand what it means by starting a business from zero and bringing it up into millions. And now what I did was, I would go and beg somebody that is having a wedding and say, please, let me supply your suit for the wedding. Pay me, and whatsoever I make from it, that's how I started growing gradually. So I'll beg we give me his money, whatsoever money I get up from it, it won't be able to buy one suit. I'll keep it somewhere. Go and beg B, collect the money again. The remaining money I get from it, keep it somewhere. And that's how I was starting the business. Even sometimes I will be preaching on Sunday morning. I will still be on my way from Lagos to school. So I was able to do all these things together. But let me just say this in short. One thing I leverage on, which is far more than physical currency, that is the cash. Like what Sister Shike said is what? Relationship. I leverage on relationship. I told people there are three principles. The first things I went to school to do is not to have my degree, is not to have my certificate. The very first thing on my side is what? The spiritual aspect. The second thing is relationship. And that is why there's no way I enter. I was telling Joshua yesterday, there's no way I enter, I have connections there, I have relationship there. And majority of the people I'm selling to now, they are not even in Nigeria. So imagine somebody just call and like, need this and need that. Okay, by the time we are doing, I'm done with this and this, I know how much is entering my pocket. So I was able to leverage on the relationship, and I discovered that the more the people the relationship you built, the higher they go in life, the higher the incomes that comes to your pocket. There was a time I started with 10,000 naira suit. I would buy suit for 7,000. I would sell it 10,000 naira, make 30,000 then as at 2013. But I discovered that the kind of people I'm working with graduated from that kind of leverage to Turkish suit. And as at then, I was like, Turkish suit is expensive, but that's what they are demanding for. So I have to upgrade myself to that level. And as at today, Turkish suit is nothing less than 250,000 naira now. I know how much I will make through that. So I've been able to, as my friends are going, I leverage myself, I package myself to that kind of level, such that I know I have built a system over 13 years in this business, such that if anybody needs anything, I know I will be recommended anyway. So relationship is very, very important. And the last bit is what? My qualification, which is still useful, and I'm still using it in my master's, and I'm about to start my PhD. So I believe business, they are up and downs. You will definitely enjoy it. This man that produced this light did it how many times? 1,000 times. 999 times he failed. So there's a place of persistence, like what bro Kidise said, the place of persistence. So thank you very much.
Can we jam our hands together for my guest? I believe we are learning already, because I just learned a market strategy that you might not learn online, and that's what? Relationship. Do you just see that? He just showed us the secret, the market strategy that is working in his business. Relationship. So not just about running sponsored ads, talking to people. Have a good network. You can run sponsored ads with 1 million and not get a good result from it. But if you have a good network, you have good solid relationships, you can get consistent deals from them. Are we together now? So I want us to start with a very beautiful line of thought, which will lead me to my first question. Anyone that is willing to talk about it can pick up. Then if anyone is not talking, I can call someone. So he says, is entrepreneurship today about solving problems or simply about chasing profit? Many people now seems to be involved in business not because that is what they like to do, but because there's money in this particular thing. Actually, let me start selling clothes, even when you know that that's not what you really want to do. A lot of people want to learn data analysis not because that's what they like to do, but because there's money in data analysis, and truly, there's money in data analysis. So I want you to just talk on this thing. Is entrepreneurship today truly about solving problems or just about chasing profit?
It depends on who is coming in. Praise the Lord. Praise the living Jesus. I've been an importer since 2012. And I can tell you that my most profitable side of business is solution. Yes, solution. You see, the way I run my business will be an example of what I want us to discuss. Just a brief one. When I finished, before I finished from Lautech, I've been consulting God. I said, where's that location? For this business, where's that location? Then what should I do? I have preached against some things, and I consider that those things are actually profitable. So now, to now pick my megaphone and I will talk too much. Why? Because I will explain tire. So I'm like, and you know, there are some things that are doctrinal. I'm going to use that language generally because I don't want us to mix up things. Let's not be emotional. Okay? There's gospel, there's doctrine. Are you getting me? My belief, the way I was raised, the doctrine was that, okay, there are some things we should not do. Are you getting me? And I've checked those things. I can make money. As an importer, I can make money. Are you getting me? But the thing is, I just had to make up my mind. I said, no, I don't want to do what everybody does or what they are doing presently to make money. I want something different. So I went to meet that God. So I told you, I said, God, you know one thing? A lot of things that I get to know that they are lucrative. I've preached against them. And if you appear to me and say, Daramola, Emioluwa mi ko yipada, I'm a muti lorun, but I'm muti para. I will tell you, Oluwa, shete masha, muti, she masha dorun. Tore mi o le pada lowo azupo ti da o. Mo so po ti o da o. Zebi ke kin te wa shi shop e. Kin se pe Daramola alcoholic sports. Olo mi o le ta o. I get me. So I told God, I said, give me something that can create wealth. And you know what he told me? He said, I sent you an unbeliever to tell you not to leave this country because I will give you solution to the problems of the country. From there, the reward comes. I don't know if you are getting me. A lot of us run away from problems. And you see, the more the problem, the more the money. I get what I'm saying. So I told God, I said, take me into a place where there's much problem that will last us decades. So that so I start making money. Then I remember that same unbeliever, my uncle, I heard he was later a believer before passing on. He told me three things. He said, why do you want to go and join a system and live in a country? I said, Uncle, me get him. He said, if you are a matron, if your mom is a matron in US, but your education is very fast, you become a matron at the age of 20. You could be earning the same amount with your mommy. The only difference your mommy will have is the fact that with her years of experience, she might have gathered some wealth. I get me. But you can still supersede your mom within few years. Why? Because you would have gotten to do things that she could not do. Read faster than her, do a lot of things better than her. But he said, you see, in this country, if your mommy is a matron, and she has been making money before you were born, your mom will supersede you till she's gone. Why? Because, yes, inflation is coming up. So those matrons of those periods are empowered. Lands that they got for 1,000, they will sell for 100 million, and you are just starting your life. So he said, stay in this country, find problem, and give solutions to it. I said, okay, how do I locate problems? He said, yes. One of the 3 problems we have in Nigeria here, that when you invest in it, you will not regret. There are 3 F's that doesn't fail. If your work is not around that F's, yes, go and check. Food, fashion, and furniture. Are you getting me? Which of it don't we have access to now in this room? Check every one of us sitting here. We have close range of it. Food, we have taken food. Part of food is drugs. Are you getting me? Let's talk about furniture. That's what we sit on. 3 herbs. So I'm like, okay, let me invest in that food side. I told God, God, empower me. Then he said, go and invest in agriculture. I said, I'm like Greek, I'm here in school. Quick in cut and waste time. God said, that is exactly where I want you to perform. So God, how do I go about it? He said, start with rice milling. He said, rice mill? Yes. You said you should start importing rice mill. I told God, I said, I'm from a poor family, there's no much finance. He said, have I ever sent you out and not fund you? He said, grow steadily, wait for me, and I will change things for you. I said, okay, what's the next thing I'm supposed to get? He said, your location. He said, work on your location. So I said, where's my location? He said, Oshobo. No, don't go there. He said, those are traders. You are a consultant. I want you to sit in a place where your research is going to be preserved and not pirated. That's the area where Bro David is asking question. When you are giving out formulas of what you think you want to do in life, you are sharing it with wrong people, or you are around wrong set, and you are not passwording it. You always see your dreams out there. I'm telling you, I'm a coded man. You can't hear everything from me. I'm talking about when it comes to business side. Are you getting me? There's always a password. Okay, now let me talk about one of the areas. Right now, my company is one of the highest dealer of anything livestock feed machines now in Nigeria. Are you getting me? God will tell me what to do, how to do it, and I take it up. There's one area of my machine. I bought the machine. There's a different purpose I bought the machine for. So when the machine arrived, I bought it for cornflakes. So I bought the corn inside. Para. The corn just came out. Para. God, give me a as I was about going, I said, I will not lose money on you. My money will not be zero on you. What I'm going to do is that I will sell it to Aboki. I want Bola. They will give me something for the value of it. You know what God told me? He said, you see that machine? It's one of the things I want to use to change your life. So wait on me. Keep it there. I'm coming. And I told, was it my staff then or my wife? You see, one of the things I need to appreciate is partnership. Don't stay around people who push you down. Are you getting me? Please, let this whole house help me appreciate my wife, who has been a partner for years. Even when I was not making sense, till now that I'm making sense. Do you know why I said that? There was a time I just woke up from bed. I had to wake up my wife. I said, why do you believe me so much? She said, how? I said, don't I look like a liar to you? She said, yes. When I met you, it sounds like that. But later, I got to understand you from the reality of your life. I said, how? I said, when you meet people, you must know how to program yourself. Sir, if you are my target in this whole program, I know how to get you. I sit around you. I will discuss opportunities that you need to hear. Are you getting me? So, carrying someone who is a partner along, who knows that thing is not yet a reality, but a program, and not shaking her eyes, is something I need to give her the award. I'm serious. Don't stay around people who pull you down. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I don't know if you're getting me. There are people which, once your dream is shared to them, are you getting me? They know it's going to end well. They have been in that field, but they don't want you big. Are you getting me? They will cut you off. Are you getting me? I was almost about taking the mic from Bro David to tell him, I know what you are going through. I'm telling you, I've gotten to a level of my life to the extent that whatever I want to do, once you hear about it, you have a role to play in it, and you will not reject me. Why? Because I have it planned out. One of the examples was the time I wanted to take my wife, I wanted to go to China. I was duped. That's an area of finance. Please, when you are trying to do business can make you, business can mar you. Be careful with finance. I'm telling you, finance is a case study on its own. It's the backbone of business. That's where everything happens. Are you getting me? Don't joke with finance. How? You know that a lot of us have gotten positive businesses that could actually change our life. But our entry deprived us of getting good results. I'll tell you how. You have been, let's say Bro David has been a consultant somewhere. He's working, he's employed, and he's earning, let's say, 300,000 per month. Now he's married. He had to cut the savings from 200,000 down to 100,000. Let's be keeping this. Now that Madam is in. So from that 100,000 naira he's making, for a whole year, he could only save 1.2 million. Out of that 1.2 million naira, he's giving like 400,000 naira to rent. He has 800,000. But when Bro David wants to now start a new business, to start growing big, he wants to put the whole 800,000 in a single business. Are you getting me? No matter how much, how big the returns is advertised to you, take it easy. Take it what? Easy. Why? Do you know that out of that 800,000 naira, if they told you that 800,000 could give you 80 million, no, let me say 8 million. Let's say 800,000 could give you 8 million. Why not start with 100,000 naira to give you 1 million? So that you have other 7 attempts.
I believe we are learning. If we should release Brother, we will not live here today.
Now,
he's sharing a burden. It's not just sharing. It's not just sharing knowledge. He's sharing a burden, and I want us to learn. All right. So, sir, kindly help us because of time.
Okay, sir. So now talking about what you need to get to know. I make more money on solutions. I'll not lie to you. And when I want to sell my solutions, I password it. You know the kinds of clients I get? Clients who don't like me, but I'm a necessary evil in their life. They have to pay. Let me tell you how it works. So that machine, immediately I poured corn and everything was scattered. I dropped it. But the day the Lord will activate the work of the machine, a client came in. There's something about business. If you are patient, are you getting me? And you hold on to information, the one that will transform you is just around your corner. Are you getting me? As at that time, I was duped of something massive. So I was not even in town. A customer just called me. Hello? Shani Crumbler. Come again. Shani Crumbler. Money Muni. No. Any? Go and find something to do about it. Kosi Louis. Said okay. But sir, money o. Only kilo date must be money. On sound somehow. Let me be familiar. I sent video at me. He sent me the video. Once they sent me the video, and I saw the way the Onibo poured the product inside, and how the output came out. One thing that came to my sense was the fact that in 1 second, he feeded the machine. In 1 second, the output is out. I said, no, this thing is looking like something I've seen. So I did what? I went on Google. I said, inner compartment of a crumbler. Do you believe that? He showed me 2 rollers rolling in my in my abandoned machine. And I called the customer back. I have this thing. And I can tell you today, I sell online. But I don't just go online to go and tell them I have a crumbler. No. I put a keyword that whenever you have that problem, you search for that keyword, it brings you into my WhatsApp. Are you getting me? So by that time, you will not be talking about price. You take my price because you are in their need of that thing. What matters to you is that, do you have this thing? Can you supply? That's how solution works. Get more problems, tackle them, fix them. Then when you want to sell with wisdom. I pray the Lord will help us.
Amen. Can we appreciate our speaker? He has really said a lot. One of the things I'm learning is that one of the ways your business can easily be successful, from what all our speakers have said, is when you have a good relationship with God. You see the way God gave him an instruction. He's not seeing the result instantly, but he saw the result. So it means that your relationship and fellowship with God has a very good way to affect your business. It pushes you to success. So not just your spiritual life, it affects your life all around, including your business. So let's move on to the next question. I want us to speak on things that are happening currently in our world today. I would like Mr. Akorede to talk on this. Do you believe AI replacing and redefining workplace labor? If yes, how do we position ourselves as business owners for this paradigm shift?
Yeah. So AI redefining, what did you
Workplace.
workplace? Yeah, definitely. That is already that is already happening at a massive level. The question is not will AI replace, it is will it redefine, right? Good. Yeah, definitely it would redefine in terms of um, the current landscape of work is being disrupted by AI in the sense that there are many things that one could want to do before or different stakeholders before that AI is now coming into play to replace them. Of course, a very simple example is when it comes to video creation and all of that. Now, in terms of how we can position ourselves, the future is what can I do that AI cannot do? I remember I was having a conversation with some people, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, and there was an argument that, oh, for content creators, AI is going to take our work. And I was like, AI does not have the peculiarity of my story, my scars, my uniqueness. Even in content world right now, I remember when the AI videos started coming out, and almost everybody felt, oh, in a matter of, in a short time from now, people would want to be watching, all these AI ads. Is a lie. There is something about me seeing you. There's something about the imperfection. Brother David was talking about how the AI will always use dash. If you write content with AI, I know the perfection is too obvious. In fact, AI man saw the power, the power, the purpose, the profit. AI AI and then it is not just about what you. There is a weight. So sometimes it is that organic nature of what humans do that will stand us out in this AI world. So, whatever you are doing, can you start thinking of how you can bring a lot of empathy into whatever you are doing? Because that is what AI will never have. A lot of empathy. Also, a lot of the uniqueness of your story. AI cannot take that away. I remember there was a video I saw. I think they showed an uncompleted building. They now wrote just to diss AI. It said, AI, complete this building. Maybe that'll be possible in the next 5 years, but not now. So think of what makes us unique as humans, our emotions, our stories, our empathy, and then wire that. I ghost wrote a book for, I'll wrap up with this. I ghost wrote a book for a client recently for a very, very popular figure in Nigeria. And the way I was able to collaborate with AI was, I was the one giving the ChatGPT, as brilliant as it is, cannot craft the uniqueness of the idea for me. So what I did was I created a unique idea. That one could not come from ChatGPT. Then I just gave ChatGPT the job of giving me data and statistics, because how much data can I store in this head? So I think once we understand that, AI, give me data, I give you uniqueness of direction and all of that, I think it will be a very good opportunity for us to ride on the wings of AI.
Thank you so much. Can we appreciate that beautiful answer? So let me try to link what he said and the answer I just gave to my question now together. He talked about solving problems, and right now, a major problem we all need to solve as business owners is how to remain relevant, even with artificial intelligence, right? And he just gave us a solution to that problem, bringing empathy and the uniqueness of our story into the business that we own. Can we see that? So let's learn to bring empathy and uniqueness into whatever we do, even at the moment. So I will give opportunities to the audience to ask 1 or 2 questions before we wrap up the session. So if you have any question, kindly, he has a pending question. Can he come again?
Okay, all right. I think that challenging part is one thing now. As we go ahead, we get to know that some people will just come and tell you that I make 50 million naira a day, I do this, and then they won't tell you the heart that got scarred before you go to that point. Just like I said the other time that I had to divest into different businesses. So then I had this pressure of you can't just have what's it called now? Money just online. It has to be physical. You have to make it fiscal. Like, okay, we can transact with it and all of that things. We want to see your ground business. So, and then I bought sheep. I kind of put them on a land, and then some other people were rearing their sheep over there too. How did my own sheep, a lot of them, eat, is it virus or germs? In the same field that other people actually, sheep are actually eating from. And mine died, all of them, they died. I planted crops in the same land every other persons are actually planting, and mine didn't grow. I divested into, what's it called now? Iron business. I kind of did it with certain Aboki now. So they said I was going to buy bikes for them, that's the way it is going to be fast and all that. So I bought bike for them. And I think that's 2023 now. I bought bike for them. And then they went all far and wide. They got me goods. All of a sudden I found that there was a need for manager. Manager is going to take my money and all of that. I stood there to be manager to them. These people would they can collect 100,000 naira. They're supposed to actually bring goods in 3 days. And at the end of the day, they use 40,000 naira to drink beer. And then 60,000 naira to look for markets. And I'm down there in the business and I'm asking that, Kini yo paying continue funyi? Do not say, Oga, no worry. In the next business is going to show up like that. So I discovered that I was iterating different businesses that wasn't working for me. It wasn't working for me. I tried my best. I gave it my all. It wasn't working for me. Then I learned this earthworm model. Earthworm, if you cut it, it's not going to die. It's not going to die. It keeps going and going. And you cut it again, it keeps going and going until you add salt to it. There is a place that is for you, that no matter how much you are being tormented there, you will keep growing. There is a particular business meant for you. You don't just go into every other thing because Bro Tayo has said it, Bro Dara has said it, Bro Toyo has said it. No, not everything is for you. So I had to go back to my online business. And I'm motivating you. And then the thing keep going. So I changed to mentorship. I did all of that. People pay me. And at the point, it looks as if I was lying to them. So I changed the modeling. I made them see it by themselves. They did all of those things by themselves. Now, what I'm trying to say is that challenges will come in businesses, but it would mean that it is either training your hands to say that is the business for you, but you just need to learn the ropes. Or it is not for you. You need to change that idea. And then just like Brother has said, you don't take all of your capitals into one business. Try and divest them so that you can know that which one works at the end of the day, so that your scars will not bleed you dry. I hope we get it. God bless us in Jesus' name. It bled me dry at some point, but then the earthworm approach is that we have networking also. So I invested into people's businesses. So that was where I lived. So I invested with my mom, I invested with my sister, I invested with my wife. So what I pay, Timbati draw senya when you're in the business, woman thrive. So my own is to just be praying for you. Praying for you. So I see that I'm good with that in ground business. But when you call me to do ground business, you scatter. So I saw that and then I went with it.
Can we appreciate that? Understand yourself and what works for you, or else it will bleed you dry and even leave you owing people. So you will be dry and your dryness will still wait for you. All right. So God will help us all in Jesus' name. Do you have any other questions?
I just want to add little. I said something when I spoke the last time. I said, know what works for you. And I said there are 5 entrepreneurs. What Brady said now is like an investor. When you invest, that's what works for you. And you can use your time to do some other things that you will still be making your money from it. So you invest in a business and you are also using your time to do another thing. and you are making money from it. And that doesn't mean that you are not still going to do the farm business. When we learn, I'm also into farm business, like what he said, I hired, the least I hired is like 5 people. I have close to like 50 acres of land where I do my farm business. And one of the things I do is I get these people ready, and proper monitoring is very, very important. You have to monitor them. In fact, you have to be there when they don't expect. Early in the morning, sometimes I can just be on the farm by 6 a.m. They'll be surprised. And this thing, I'm not new to it. So, deceive me. I'm not new in the system. I know what is happening. I know how to operate it. So, you can diversify also in business. Now, you are not, for example, you might not have the ability to be an 100% entrepreneur. Someone like Dangote now is 100%. Dangote has nothing else he's doing. He pulls all his effort into it. But we have some people like the owner of this iPhone. He is the CEO, but he has another person that is doing the entrepreneur for him. So each person was able to maximize and master their field. So know what works for you. As a lecturer, that doesn't mean you cannot also invest. And that's why I have to speak much on investment. I was discussing with Brother David yesterday. I said I have like group of doctors that when UCH took them in as a resident doctor, then for like 3 months they won't pay them. So now this time around, they now pay them 2.5 million. Some of them have borrowed money in the course of the 3 months. Some of them sowed seed, did a lot of things. But the truth is, they have 2.5 million. Now, 4 of them came to meet me. I said, Brother Tayo, what can we do? We have 2.5 million. I said, I know someone like you. I cannot tell someone like you to go and do trade, forex trading. Because I know in the next 3 months, Emawa arrest me. Yes, because the system is new to them. One of the things I look for them, I said, okay, let me get an investment that is 5% ROI. And they will be paying you on a monthly basis. And I taught them how to go about it. I showed them the company, and each of them invested 1.5 million. I'm telling you, as at last year, in between last year as at now, each of them have nothing less than 10.5 million in their account. Now, they've been able to build the business, and I also keep them showing them another opportunities. So there are opportunities around us. So you might be thinking, now, I have a shop, I have a suit shop. In 4 months, I may not go to my shop. That's another thing. Any money I make online is for me alone, not for my shop. Shop is another thing entirely. I have some other research work I'm doing. So you can diversify. You can do a lot at a time. Even while you are a lecturer, even while you are a teacher, you can do a lot at a time. Just know what works for you. Know how to package yourself. Know how to incorporate it. And you are making your money.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Before we leave on that, you mentioned that we have 5 different things we need to understand. Then we know which one works for us. But you mentioned about 3. You talked about investor, then entrepreneur, and then career. So can we get the other 2?
Okay. I talk about investor. Those are the people that invest to ROI. I talk about 100% entrepreneur. They pull all their life into the business. We have the one we call, I think I wrote it down here. We have the founder. The founder are the people that they start their business from scratch. Like when I started my business from Lautech, I started from scratch, from zero, and I was able to build it like that. There's another one we call aficionado. Those one, they build your business by, let's say, they have a passion to do a business. And in the course of it, they will come to you and say, okay, this is what we know you want to do, but we have a passion today. We can do it like this, and this is the profit that will be coming. Then we share the percentage of it. So those people, you can partner with them. Like it's more or less like partnership. You can have something like a scale of maybe 40%, 50%, 60%. But one of the things I also tell people, I don't know who was talking the other time, that how is it that somebody else will not steal your business, or when you are partnering with somebody. Sometimes when you need to involve your lawyer, please try and involve your lawyer. It will save you of a lot of issues and of error. And the last one is the advisor. The advisor is like the consultant. You consult them on a basic investment and you pay them for it. You pay them for the knowledge. A lot of people can do that, and I think majority of people are using AI for that nowadays. They go online, they say you can buy this ebook because they are forex trader or this and this, whereas they don't really have the knowledge. But when you really need somebody in a specific field of business you want to do, don't waste your time. Look for somebody that is a consultant in that field. Pay for it. Because this is about your business, this is about your money, this is about your life. Pay for it, learn the basic, learn what you need to do. That's what I did when I was in 300 level. I paid for 3 months to learn. And that is why Bro David was saying, I can know the size of somebody of hand. The person taught me. He said, Tayo, put the rule aside. Look at this person and tell me his size. I said, I'm not a tailor. How will I know? He said, that is one of the things you come here to learn. I said, wow. So I thought maybe because I'm a physiologist, I already know some things. While skill or education will help you to move with rapid growth. But notwithstanding, I learned that from that man. And from that day, I took it as it becomes a personal thing. So anybody that is entering, I won't measure you. I can tell you, like President, now I can tell him his waist size, his trouser length from picture. I don't need to see him one-on-one. I will tell him. In fact, I can tell him his height, his chest. I will tell him the measurement, and by the time I get the suit for the person. So that's how I was able to deal with people not in Nigeria. People like in UK. They were like, how will you know? In fact, one of them was testing me yesterday, and that's how we concluded the deal. It was like, I will sell you my measurement. And he sent his measurement. He sent his native measurement. You cannot use a native measurement for suits. His native measurement waist trouser is 37. I just saw it. I said, I don't need this. He said, what do you mean? I said, the only thing I saw here is your waist, which is 37. Send me your picture. He sent his picture. I said, no, this is not your waist size. This is your native size for your agbada. Your waist is 34. He said, how do you know? And before you know, he sent the full payment to me without thinking twice, because he knows I know what I'm doing. And he knows that I'm the best in whatsoever I do. And that's another thing. Make sure you are the best in whatever you are doing. Make sure you are what? The best.
Loud
so that
sir. Loud sir.
make sure you are the best in whatever you are doing. So that anytime anybody is dealing with you, they know that they are dealing with the best person. Thank you.
Make sure you are the best at whatever you do. I will repeat it again. Make sure you are the best at whatever you do. Anybody, any customer or their potential customer are looking for excellence. They are looking for the best of that service. When you offer the best, everybody will be looking for you. You'll be the hot cake. So make sure you are the best at everything you do. My last question, this is a personal question to me. I've been learning on this particular thing for the past 5 years. And I believe I might have people like me also here. And I still want to learn more. All right, so the question is, what should the roadmap of a multi-potential business owner look like? Someone like me who have multiple potentials. I want to be here. I have the potential for this. I have the potential. I can't handle all these things together at the same time. When I try it, all my businesses crash. If I focus on one, I'm feeling I'm not fulfilling purpose. How do I handle all these things together? What's the roadmap? What should it look like? Yeah, so that's my question.
Praise the Lord. Praise the living Jesus. Like I am too. I am a potential multi-business person too. The first thing you do is research. A business you're going to do in the next 10 years can start now. Not in exhibition, but in research. I get me. One of our persons here was talking about products. And one of the things you need to know about products is that before you come to the market, you need to be to verify to the core where the source is coming from, so it don't fail on arrival. I get me. So it can take me years to look. I must verify who is actually who is bringing this thing out. How are they bringing this thing out? Because I can tell you that. Do you know that there might be an idea of a business that you know, but the point is that there's a secret behind it. Some people are doing the business with 10 million. If you bring 30 million naira, you will not make a penny, because you don't know the technical know-how of the business. I get me. Especially the Igbo brothers. They are so tough in business to the extent that it looks occultic. To the extent that if you want to get into that business, you must be patient. I'm telling you, for the past 12 years now, I have been doing shipping. I've been shipping in. Are you getting me? And I've been telling people I am a mega importer. I am a mega importer. From 2 pieces machine, I'm a mega importer. From 3 pieces machine, I'm a mega importer. But I can tell you, the first fruitful business I'm going to do, I will tell you success in this business just happened this year. I don't know if you are getting me. Happened this year. Something, I have 2 consignments came in and cleared. And I can tell you that you know that even in the process of getting to know how it works, it took me a whole decade. And when you are planning for that business, you keep relationship. Are you getting me? Because you know that that person is an instrument of what you want to do in the future. I don't know if I'm making any sense. There's this sister in Oshodi. I met her through a friend. I kept her for 7 years. The main way I dropped her the 7th year was the fact that I could not finance her further. Are you getting me? But the point is, I didn't cut her off totally. Why? Because I got to know that she will be my headway in the future. So what I did was that period when I was duped, I could not finance relationship anymore. You know what I did? I fell back to go and work on my finances. For you to be a multi-business person, when you are still on the first one and you are generating little finance or more, start saving up. Are you getting me? Build your financial strength and don't touch it. I don't know if you are getting me. Some of you are doing businesses in which if you put $1 million there, it can give you 10 million. But you know that if you put 20 million in that business, it might not even give you 10. Why? Because there's a capital range. Don't overinvest. So if you're having multiple finances that you don't know what to do with it, start saving up. Yes, and don't save it up in your account because you always hear debits. Are you getting me? And if you fix it, it's not safe. We are in Nigeria. Are you getting me? Put it in cooperative societies and be relevant there. Let them know what you do. So that the time you start going to need the money, they won't decline. I'm talking from experience. The time in which I almost lost everything, the only person I saw then was Sister Anna. I'll be very honest with you. I'm telling you, for an importer to go and be meeting a POS attendant in a petrol station as at that period, to give me money to build my finances. Why? During the time I was still making money, my wife told me, said, join cooperative. I said, no. Not until you have a consistent sales. Don't save. I don't know if you're getting me. And that's why business is very, very serious. Finance is a very serious part of your life. I'm telling you, you can be a multi-business person, but it takes time. And what delays you is most time finance. You prepare ahead. So at that period, I got to know that I was getting too late, but I had to go and meet Sister Anna. I said, please, I don't make sense, but the point is, I need money. She said, how much do you need? I said, I need 400,000 naira. I said, please, in the future, I'll show up for you. Show up for me now. She gave me the money. I locked up into a cooperative. And the point is, when the man assessed my company, he said, you have been paying 6% to an investor. And you survived. Don't worry. Cut off the investor. We are ready to invest in you. Why? They saw the system of the company. Are you getting me? And they were ready to invest. So for you to be a multi-business person, one of the first things you need to plan is your finance. Plan it before you need it. And do your research on that product. I pray the Lord will help us in Jesus' name.
Amen and amen. Wow. Please can we celebrate our guests. Stana, just so you know, after now, I found my helper. you know, I said it the other time, that this time around, helper should not find me. I need to find you. So just know after now, we are coming. I'm coming. Yes, sir. There's a question that was omitted. I think that came from Brokeni, and I think he mentioned doing business with unbelievers and still doing business with unbelievers and keeping yourself. How you can do that business with them. That was one question. And also, I think he posed a question to, leverage. He posed the question to Bro Faith and Bro Tayo as a leverage. So, what you are going to do is, we'll hold those 2 questions and we'll come back to them. So, I will give, maybe our guests should think about it, brood on it. I think those questions are very important because God has called us also to be among wolves, and we must know how to deal with them. And we are not just going to say because they are wolves, we will run away from them. No, there is a wisdom. I think it was brother that was talking about the wisdom on how to deal with those people. So our guests would handle that part of doing business with them and yet keeping our integrity and all those. And either Bro Tayo and Bro Faith to also see. The question is was there a leverage for you as you grow in your own part? So with Jesus Joy, the reason why we are doing that now, we have Bro Isaiah online. Bro Isaiah is going to be speaking to us from Canada, and he's going to be talking about health and impact. How essential is our health in also making impact? And because some of us, you don't even know your blood pressure as at now. You don't. I know businessmen, not you by God's grace, are prone to high BP. Some of them don't sleep at night. Some of them, you sleep 2 hours. Sleep in short. Maybe, I know people that are working with us to set up. Jude that says yes, I'm sure that not any of them have slept 3 hours. Up till now. Not all. So we need that education. And he's a brother in the house whom God has both used in the ministry and also in other areas. So with Jesus Joy, can we celebrate our guests? Thank you, everyone. I don't know if the media is ready. I don't know if, permit me to call him Pastor Isaiah if he can hear me. Sir, I don't know if you can hear me online. Media, you're not with me. I don't know, the house cannot hear him yet. Can you hear me? All right. Hallelujah. I think we can see Bro Isaiah's face. Bro Isaiah is looking good. Good haircut. Pastor Isaiah is in the house. Can you hear me? I'm not sure. Okay, sir, can you hear me now?
Yeah, Bro David, I'm hearing you, but I can't share my screen.
Okay. Thank you for taking time to join us. The brethren are here. We have a bit of technical challenge. We'll try to ensure that you are seeing the brethren. And but however, we are actively seeing you on the screen close to us. We have Ronnie here. We have a lot of people that you're quite familiar with. But the essence is that we'll try to ensure that you can see us, and but you speak to us according to the topic. And whatever pleasantry you want to exchange, we are happy to receive them. Like I mentioned, you are looking good and your haircut looks beautiful also. And the stage is yours. You can speak to us. And like I said, it's going to be speaking to us on health and how that affects impact and things like that. So thank you very much. We are happy to receive you. God bless you. Yes, sir. Go on, sir.
Okay, Bro David, can I talk now? Then how can I share my screen?
You can, sir. You have access.
Host disabled participant from sharing screen. All right. I can't still share the screen. Okay, let me send my slide to you. Okay. All right. Okay. I think we have to talk without sharing the slide. So, Bro David, do you mean I can send the slide after the talk, right?
Yes, go ahead, sir. When I have access to the hosting right, I will notify you so that you can share it.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Okay. Good afternoon. This is Money from here. Everyone, our fathers, Ronnie, good afternoon, sir. And other people, Bro David, Bro Joshua, it's nice to get in touch with everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and all our brothers that organized this reunion. Thank you so much for all the efforts. I don't know if Bro Tayo is there. I can see I saw Bro Wally the other time. Yeah, I think I saw Bro Wally Alagbe. I saw Bro Tayo. Yeah. It's nice seeing all of us once again. Oh, I can see. Hey, this is Clint. Yeah, bro. Yeah, wow, this is amazing. Wow, wow, wow. This is Bro Wale. This is amazing. Wow, I can see. Yeah. This is great. It's a nice. Wow, I can see Bro Pete. This is amazing. Wow, wow. This is great. This is interesting. Yeah. Okay. This is great. Oh, this is Brony. I can see our father. Well done, sir. Nice seeing you, sir. This is interesting. Thank you for all the efforts you have invested upon us in the time past, and we are very grateful. We are very grateful. Clinton was my wonderful tutorial since that time, and I can't forget all those impacts. So when we are talking about impact, we are product of some people's impacts. Yeah, at least I can remember the story of Clinton. I can remember those hot Bible study of our fathers, right? And some people that are very good in gisting us about what is going on around when we are too spiritual not to know about what is going on. So the highlight of Brawali and the likes. Thank you so much for this wonderful reunion. Okay, thank you, Bro David, for this opportunity to see everyone. I wish I could share my slide. It would have been better, but since I cannot, no problem. I won't take much of our time. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for this opportunity to share together. We ask that you breathe upon us afresh in the name of Jesus Christ. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right. Okay. Impact. Impact means a strong effect or influence of one's life. You know, when there is an effect, that is what talk about impact. So when your actions has impact, influence, contribution in people's life or the society, we talk about impact. And we are considering how can you make effective impact by making sure your earth is intact. The Bible speaks in Matthew chapter 5 verse 16, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. This is the scripture talking about we as Christians making impact in our world because we are lights and our lights should shine among men so that they can see our good works and glorify our Father that is in heaven. So true impact require vitality. We can see that the extent of impact we make depends on the force with which you hit. The contact force will directly affect the impact. So you need vitality to make that contact. You need vitality in order to make impacts. And when we are talking about physical strength, it's about our health. And that is why this kind of talk is very important. Some people only talk about health when they are sick, but that is not good. We can maintain our health instead of looking for health, which is the best. We should be in the side of maintaining it, living in health, rather than looking for healing. There is health and there is healing. So maintaining health is better than looking for healing. Many people only run around to look for healing, but we should be good in maintaining our health. The need for soundness of health to make impacts. Sound health is one of the foundations of effective living. To fulfill purpose and destiny, one must physically, mentally, and spiritually be strong. WHO defines health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. This is important. It's not just absence of disease. It's a state of complete wholeness. That is the definition of health. Now, we consider what are the common health challenges in different stages of life. That is the point. Okay. Different health challenges in different stages of life, so that we know what we should expect that will be a challenge, and how can we prevent them, including our children. We may say we are not young again, but we still have children that we have to take care of their health. That's why we are considering, okay, different health challenges at different stages, and what are the preventions, the most important thing to do to prevent them or to manage them when it happens. Okay, so let's consider the childhood stage. The most important thing about this childhood stage is proper feeding. This is very important. Feeding affects children a lot. It affects their immune system. It affects everything. So when we talk about children, childhood stage, feeding is very, very important. Children face health issues like malnutrition, measles, excuse me. Children face health issues like malnutrition, measles, malaria, and pneumonia that impact their growth and their survival. If we see the major category of illness that affect children, especially developing country, malnutrition and infectious diseases. Congenital diseases are minor, but the most important thing about children is proper nutrition, immunization. It's good that we allow our children to be immunized up to date, because children have low immune system. So don't prevent them from being immunized. Then adequate nutrition, very, very important for children. So how can you prevent it? Adequate immunization, hygiene, and nutritious food. Early treatments are essential to prevent and manage childhood illnesses. The research has shown that childhood nutrition causes nearly half of global child's deaths and hinders long-term development and potential. So for children, the most important is proper nutrition. Please feed your children very well with good meal, and let them be completely immunized. This is very, very important. Right, adolescent. The most important thing that adolescents face is mental issues. Teenagers, adolescents are the youth transitioning from child to childhood stage to adult stage. So the most important challenge the adolescent will face is mental illness. Adolescents face mental health issues, substance abuse, risky behaviors, and accidents affecting their development. Mental health issues. Some people are into drug because of these same mental issues. Inferiority complex, they want to be high, they want to be socially relevant. The basis of some of these risky behaviors is still psychological issues. So we should give attention to our youths. Mentorship is very important. Address their mindsets. Very, very important. Depression is a leading cause of illness among youths, highlighting the need for mental health support. This is very, very important. So our youth, they need a lot of mental health assistance. Let them see life from a proper perspective, so that they don't set target they cannot achieve. Look at their life; they are not comparing themselves with other people. Have one or two failure and then they kill themselves. All those kind of things. Mental health supports. So it is very, very important. And sometimes they just look at people that have achieved a lot, and because they have not achieved that much, they started criticizing themselves. We should give them space to learn from us, encourage them, support them, because most youth will face some of those kind of mental challenge at one point or the other. They can't achieve what they think they should achieve. And so mental health challenges, adolescents, that's the most important thing. Adults now, yes. When you talk about adults from maybe 35 up, 30 upward, let's say 30 upward, we start talking about chronic illnesses. Once you are clocking 35 upward, you should start planning yourself, because these are the times chronic illnesses may be preparing themselves, and your lifestyle at this point is very, very important. So you see chronic illnesses like hypertension from 35, 40, you see they start showing up: hypertension, diabetes, obesity. This is when the body start feeling stressed. You know, other stages, stress doesn't make so much impact. They can cope with it. They can adjust themselves. From this stage upwards, stress started having serious impact. Obesity started having serious impact. The cardiovascular diseases